Hey guys, welcome back. Vinod Pereira here, and I am a software engineering undergraduate in Java Institute. So I share content in this YouTube channel which is basically regarding stuff in the software engineering field. So if there's anyone out there who's interested in software engineering, and if you are interested in software engineering, the person who's watching this, if you are interested in software engineering, this is the channel for you. You can hit that subscribe button and hit that bell icon for me. It will be a great help for me and for you, and it will be a great motivation for me to upload more and more interesting content for you. So without talking that much, let's go on ahead for a video. So question number 18, let's go. Okay, question number 18, we have the same question. This is the continuation of the previous question in question number 17. So in question number 17, I showed you a bootstrap design which I use for login and a registration div. So I am going to code and program it in the Visual Studio Code, and I am going to share how I did it. So let's go on to the design. The design you saw it in the question number 16. Question number 17 design. It's the same design, but I programmed it. So okay, so let's check out the programming, and first let's check how this works. Okay, so since every field is validated, let's just repair the question first. So in this question, I am supposed to create a PHP program for user login. Okay, let's see how that works. Okay, so I am going to hit this view answer button. So first, I'm not going to register myself, and I'm not going to enter any details. I'm going to hit this register button. So it says please register your email. That's called a validation. So I'm going to since I have already entered my own data, I'm going to enter another data. So this is the email. So if I hit this register button, it says please create a password. So and if you don't write this .com part, if you register, it says please register valid email. So if you know what a valid email is, valid email basically is any email that you made up with the .com part. So instead of writing any random words here and registering, you are supposed to register valid email. When creating a password, I just enter 2-3 words, and if I enter this register button, it says your password should contain at least 12 characters. So in my password, I am supposed to enter at least 12 characters. That's what a strong password needs. Okay, so I'm going to click on this OK button, and I'm going to enter the password. Okay, so once I click on register, it says registration successful. So then what we have to do, we have to sign up ourselves. So I'm going to enter the same email here, because that's the email I registered, and I'm going to enter the password. Okay, now I'm going to enter this sign in button. So it says user not found. So I may have done something wrong with the password. Okay, let's try that one more time. Okay, let's see. Okay, so once I clicked it, it says login successful, welcome to the home page. So if I click on OK, it transfers us to the home page. So there's no design in the home page, so I just named it welcome to the home page officially. So but this also, even this simple design you can't see if you are not registered into the system. So I'll quickly now this is the basic design, these are the validations and all the stuff, and now I'm going to go through that simple coding part. It's not simple, but I'll share the coding part with you. So as usual, this is the file I used for the coding parts, and this is the page where I do the magic, and these are the input fields, and these are the input fields in the sign in section, and this is the input fields in the register section. I'm going to name it now. This is the register section, and yeah, this is the sign in section. Okay, this is the sign in section. Okay, so I have the register section and the sign in section. So once you are completely registered, you can sign in yourself. So that part is fully done under using Ajax. Ajax is a JavaScript technique where you don't reload the page, but you share variables between a fixed web page between other custom web pages. They are not actually web pages, they are like they are program files. You just transfer data from this page means index_q2 with program files. These are program files. Signing process.php. These are not HTML. They are not processed by the browser. They are processed by the server. In my local host, I have a server called Apache server. It runs all the PHP for me. So because my browser cannot process PHP, but my Apache server can browse PHP. So all these sign in and sign up pages are written in PHP. So all the PHP are run by the Apache server. So I have two input fields which are ID'd as set email, set password. Set email, set password are these two objects, these two HTML objects. These are called HTML objects, or you can call them input fields. So these input fields are named as ID, set email, and set password. And in the signing section, check email and check password. Check email and check password. So you set the email here and you check the email here. You set the password here and you check the password here. So once I link the JavaScript file to this one, and then in the script.js file, I have two sections which have the sign up. Sign up means the register, same thing. Both are the same thing. Registering and signing up is the same thing. And this is the sign in function. So I have two functions for two separate divs. So in the first div, I perform the registering. That is the first function. First function is the registering part. I'll just name it for you. Register. And the second function is for signing up. Signing in. Sorry. This is the signing in part, and this is the registering part. So I have two variables which catch which stores the values which are inserted in those input fields. Now in the input fields, this is the input field. From here to here, this is the input field, but once I apply this dot value, now the thing is, we don't need the input field, we need the value which is inserted in that input field by the user. So for that I use this dot value term. Using this dot value term, I can get the value which is stored. I can get the value which is stored in that input field and store it as set email. Now in the second one, I have set it as set password. And next the usual Ajax object I have designed to transfer the data to the sign up process file. In the sign up process file, it is where the registering part takes place. I will show you now. I have to yeah, this is the sign up process. So in this sign up process PHP file, I did the validations and I sent messages onto the script.js file if these fields are empty. Now if the email is empty, I send the message, please register your email, and if the email is not valid, I send the message, echo please register a valid email address. I send the message, please register a valid email address. If the email is not valid, I use this function filter var. I use this exclamation mark to represent not. So if I don't use this exclamation mark, it represents else. If the email is valid, I send this message. So I send this message. So that is not correct now. So I must adjust it as if it is not valid. So if it's not valid, you must send this message, and if the password field is empty, you must send this message to the script.js file. And if the password length and the password length, there are characters in the password now. So if there's less than, if the password field does not exceed 12, if it's equal, or if it exceeds 12, if it does not exceed 12, this message is displayed. Your password should contain at least 12 characters. And if all these validations are set and if they are correct, it comes down to the else. And what it does is simply makes the database connection, and the database is test. And I'll show you the database here. Here in the test database, in the users table, I have two entries. One is my entry, and another one is a friend of mine. And then you have the query where you are registering the emails and password for the database, and you run the query using this code. Now I'll show you the sign in process. So using the sign in function, as like in the sign up process, there's the Ajax object, and you transfer data onto the sign in process. So once you process those data onto the sign in process, here also validations are made. So here I didn't validate the email to be a valid one, because if you registered a valid one, obviously the password you are going to enter should also be valid, and also only the empty validations are considered here. If the email is empty, you must print this message. If the password is empty, you must send this message. And after all of that, it comes down to the else. And when it comes down to the else, what happens is the same database connection is displayed here. And also I have done a search query, In this search query, what I have done is I have searched from the database if there are users with the email as $check email. $check email is the email that you are going to enter on that sign in side of the interface, and this password is the. And here what happens is the email that you are going to enter and the passwords are validated, and here the database is and here through the database I have set a query. So in this query, what I have done is simply I have checked whether there's a user with the emails that you have entered, and I have run a query, and in that query I get a table. I get a data table, and if there are more than one rows in that table, if the number of rows is 1, it sends the message echo OK, and if there's not, and if the number of rows is not 1, I have sent the message echo user not found. So that's how a basic sign-in process works. if there's only one user, there should be only one user for one email and password. And if there's no one user, I have sent the message, user not found, please try again. Okay, and that's how the coding works for this question. And I'll see you guys in the next video. That means in the question number 19. I have an interesting question in the question number 19, so let's meet in question number 19. See you guys then. Bye.